Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run on first down. Campbell, and he is knocked down from the side at the 22-yard line. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Young to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Bell. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run. Tomlinson. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took it. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. LaDainian Tomlinson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Forced out to his left. And some room to work. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now Young, throwing on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Champ Bailey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their scripts. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. He got 29 yards that time.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Jordan. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Young now. Off play action. On the move to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a first down carry by Bell. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, it's Bell. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
That'll set them back 5. Ten yards to go on 3rd.
Let's go. What?
To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. They find some open field here. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw is Young. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen...
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Tomlinson on the handoff. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now a 1st down throw, Watson.
Tremendous blocking back.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on second down. Young. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Buying time to his left. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw. He's got a first down past the 30. Odell Beckham Jr. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Zerline's kick is good. So, Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On the give, this is their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd down, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Here we go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top. The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Let's go.
They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Bell. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. And it is true, you can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He finds Beckham, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it'll be a New York first.
Let's go.
Back to the running game. It's Tomlinson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards down to the 13.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Time running out here on the play clock. Again, it's Tomlinson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go.
Here's Watson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Zach Ertz, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Here's Young on 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think the confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Throwing again is Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And Reed in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 1st and 10, Young. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Young to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Now Young from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 18. And now look at him go. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Young now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw is Young. Throwing again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Steps away to his left. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
Here we go!
And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Back to throw, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Throwing to start the drive. Young. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And off we go from Oakland. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Play clock winding down. Now it's Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
They needed 14. They got 15 here on 3rd down. On the handoff, Tomlinson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They run with LT. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we did DeMarcus Ware's games in Dallas, didn't we spend most of the time talking about him rushing the passer?
We did, and how about now?
Oh, boy, he's expanded his game in a big way. Really does a great job in the run game now. Using his length, using his leverage to hold the point of attack and make plays as we just saw there.
Flush to his right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Giants. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Bell. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here we go.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Team for the Raiders able to secure it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
All the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Raiders have drawn even here. They can take the lead with the extra point to come. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And New York set to take the field. And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's Watson. Ertz has it left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Here we go.
Here's Tomlinson. And he's got room. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Tomlinson again, a first down carry. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Now Watson. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeMarcus Ware. Coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Raiders pick it up.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe plus.
Exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Staying on his feet. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play for the Raiders on 3rd down. 47 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. The big fella. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now a toss going left. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Now he'll turn and throw deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. They stay on the ground. Tomlinson, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now it's Jackson, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. LaDainian Tomlinson, 94 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast, game the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Cameron Jordan in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Oakland. And even 50 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And Too-Tall Jones in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And Too-Tall Jones in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Going for the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They still can't get it. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And the return here is stopped at the Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go from New Era Field. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run it with Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. It's Watson.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases to find.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Watson on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys.
And he's going to go down again. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 19.
To throw on second down. Allen, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Allen. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on third down.
And ordinarily on third down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4.
Let's go.
Allen. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Forced out to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up second down.
That boy's got 4 down. All right, here we go. Blue, landed.
Back to throw. Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Giants. LaDainian Tomlinson, 42 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Bills getting set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Four down. All right, here we go.
Now Allen to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing an...
They've got his man complete. The 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Julio Jones, 88 yards, and the Bills draw a bit closer. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Let's go.
This is Tomlinson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 73 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
Hey, tight end's right. One tight end. Let's go.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion, because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue, landing. Blue, over.
And here's Allen looking to throw on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field, where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Buffalo after this. Tomlinson. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And down inside the 15 he goes. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now it's Tomlinson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 12-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. To throw is Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And the Giants ready to come out now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the interception, here's Watson. They set up the screened LT. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Watson, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And some room to roam now. Dion Lewis. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dion Lewis, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
The #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, showing why he was the #1 pick as he gets him behind the line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The give is to Bell. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And the play clock's running down. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Allen from the gun, he'll throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is down deep into Giant territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gun.
Allen now to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Here's Coleman. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That defensive front 4 has been very good. They have just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like 4-down defensive linemen, they feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
Looking to throw. Allen dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it, and that'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead?
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5, first and goal at the 4-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. They come out here in the I. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. Back to throw. Allen, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They toss it to Tomlinson. And some room to maneuver. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Giants. 44 yards on the ground. And now a first down following that long gain. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a one-score game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll try and run. Tomlinson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Now Dion Lewis to return. And he'll be knocked down sideways. And now out come the Bills. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ed Too Tall Jones in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go. 38.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. Now Tomlinson on the handoff. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. First down, Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 76 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15.
Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Two teams that met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. First carry for the five-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through.
And complete to Zach Ertz. A big hit. Knocked down sideways near the 34-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Play clock winding down. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd down, LaDainian Tomlinson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. The play clock's running down. They'll run. Tomlinson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Tomlinson, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. LaDainian Tomlinson taking it in. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Le'Veon Bell 75 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
On the handoff, Tomlinson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll try the air now with Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. The pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Again, it's Tomlinson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this time out. They run with LT. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure If something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. In the red zone this time. On second down, here's Rodgers. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Of course, the catcher is nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background. Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham as time expires in the first half. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we've hit intermittent. Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll go again with Bell. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Caught left side to Crabtree. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. The pitch to Tomlinson. Room here to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Time running out here on the play clock. They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2nd down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a DN, when you play the run, you don't always have to make the tackle. Just have to use the right technique to make sure the play goes where you want it to. And in this case, did an excellent job stringing this one out and making the tackle at the end of it.
And for a loss. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Rodgers now on 1st down. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard around the 37. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Charles Haley in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll look to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And he will score. Touchdown. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Tomlinson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This is Tomlinson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Tomlinson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Play clock winding down. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Opening drive touchdown, and 2-point conversion.
Amazing nowadays for the kickers. I've actually talked with a few of them. They're more concerned about the point after touchdown than actually missing regular field goals. So maybe the coach is taking some pressure off here and just going for 2 and saying, I'm saving you for the big stuff later.
He's hanging out by the net. They go play action here on first down. On a crossing route that's complete to Clark. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Down in Tampa, the Ravens and Giants are underway. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. To begin the drive. And a cut to the right and some open field here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Ladainian. Tomlinson, 68 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Well, look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Danny Trevathan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved.
Yeah.
You know, you learned how to play it the Madden way.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Jr. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with a return of 102 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And this one through the uprights and good. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Now it's Tomlinson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one good for 10 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right on the 30-yard line.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's a give to Bell running left. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by...
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Now out come the Giants. The drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They toss it to Tomlinson, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Bobby Wagner able to get in there and drop him behind the line. The punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable now for Woodson. Nifty move. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Looking to throw. Young. Man open, Rice. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a handoff, running left is Bell. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, not a huge gain there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
Here we go now. Leopard! Leopard! Set! 3, 19. Detroit! Detroit! Over!
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Again, it's Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Le'Veon Bell, 49 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And too tall Jones in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And out now come the Seahawks. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A give to Bell. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Young. Able to find Harris, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Young throwing on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On the counter, here's Bell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the 3rd quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. The give is to Bell. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Young on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Watson on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 47 yards. On first and 10, Watson eluding the pressure right. And he's got some space here. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. From the red zone now, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Night Train Lane.
All